So I just installed, well, semi-installed the Motion Raceworks steering wheel or steering column. I'm going to probably be able to put this trim back, the original trim that goes here. I don't know about that hole. I might just build something to kind of cover that, maybe a plate, metal plate or something, kind of sandwich it in there. As far as like the column, for everybody that has like a 71 Nova, literally it's 2 bolts on the column here. 1, 2, and then you got these bolts down here that bolt up. But what I think I'm gonna do is they have like these screws that line up on each one of those holes, and it's these things right here. I think I'm gonna go to Smith's in the morning, and I'm actually gonna drill those holes out bigger, and I'm gonna put actual bolts, and I'll probably try to see if I can find washers this big. If not, I'll try to see if I can cut these off and just use these same washers, maybe drill them. I'm sure Smith's will have, you know, these same size washers with a bigger center hole. If not, I can modify it. But to have these small screws hold on that, I'm not really feeling it. So I might not end up going that way. Well, that's you could bet on it. That's 100%. I'm not going that way. I'm going to put something that's it's going to be grade 8 and give it some hardcore rigidity. All this wiring is going bye-bye. Don't worry about none of this. You guys got to understand, this is an OEM 71 Nova, and a lot of this stuff is going to be kind of deleted, especially the AC. And well, this car never had AC, I don't think. Yeah, it did have AC. All that stuff is going bye-bye. I'm going to be going with an electric AC and heat unit for this thing. You guys will see later what I got planned for that. But yeah, this is the Motion Raceworks steering column. This thing was a lot lighter. I ended up getting the switch too with it for signal, so that's going to be pretty sick. The only thing I don't like is that it kind of sits a little lower. But I think I can dig that. I have to sit in it, see how I feel in it. But it's a lot lighter. Compared to this big thing that came out. I wanted to try to see if I can figure out how to get the original key to work. I know this is just a tumbler, but I'm trying to see if it would be nice if I could use this OEM key that came with the car. It would be nice. So we're going to try to see if we can figure out a key switch. So I would rather have a key switch, not just a push button. This is going to be a car for street and strip, so I don't want to just have a button in there that somebody can just push, take the fucking car and skate away with it. So I want to have some kind of safety feature for it. So we're going to plan on that. Also, the floors have a lot of little tiny rust holes like that. I got a couple on that side, but as far as the floor, so far it's looking pretty good. The tunnel's, you know, pretty good for the age. I'll know more once I get the seat out. You can see how beat the seat is. It's been a long time, but I don't want to get rid of the bench seat, because I do like the bench seat. It's very comfortable. So I think I'm just gonna try to source either somebody to redo these seats, or if I can find the covers myself to do them myself, then I'll do them myself, because I kind of like the bench seat. Unless I can find a bench seat that's out of another car that's pretty good. But yeah, that's the Motion Raceworks steering column. I'm gonna keep going here. I want to try to see if I can get bolts for that and tighten that up. And you guys haven't seen since the last video, but I ended up getting some control arms. The whole front end is basically assembled with brakes and everything. What happened here was I tried to go with an eBay control arm setup, and that shit did not go right. The lower control arm didn't fit at all. I'll try, if I still have the pictures, I'll try to post them somewhere here. I'll give it to you guys. But don't, in my opinion, when it comes to these old cars, don't buy eBay fucking control arms, because it's like a hit or miss with those things, and I missed like really bad. I paid like almost $700 for the upper and lower control arm with some bullshit ass coilover setup that it was garbage. I ended up returning it. The guy gave me my money back, and I ended up going on Classic Car Industries. I got these control arms, upper and lower, and I got QA1 coilovers with the 500 pound springs, and it made my life so much easier. This thing dropped in, everything just dropped in. It was just perfect. It was beautiful. So I ended up getting the rest of the car together. I had bought this kit, this brake kit, a long time ago. Came with the booster and everything. The calipers that actually came with it, I wasn't able to use because the kit that comes with the steering rack, it has this big aluminum steering knuckle, and the caliper actually was hitting here. So I had to use the OEM calipers that came with the car. When I first got the car in the garage, I ended up buying, because this car already had, I guess it was a package back then, you could buy these cars with front brake disc conversion already. I'm assuming, because it had disc brakes already when I bought this car, and I had went to AutoZone and I was able to buy the pads and the calipers for it. So they were just sitting in the trunk the whole time, and me and my buddy were trying to figure out why this was hitting, and actually ended up grinding the caliper quite a bit to try to make it fit, and it just wasn't fitting. This knuckle is just too thick here, and it won't let it fit. But the stock calipers that, you know, came with the car actually fit. So I got two brand new calipers that were just sitting in the trunk for quite a time, and just put those on, and those should work perfect. But as far as everything else, it's, you know, it's doing pretty good. We're gonna keep going here. Like I said, I have to connect this right here. Once I get this lined up, all these holes right here lined up, and this kind of raises a little bit, I'll be able to connect this. I have another U-joint here that I can try to connect this, but I might end up having to use a longer pipe. I'm not sure just yet. This was something that was told to me that it might have to happen. I'm not sure how long or how much this comes out. But yeah, we'll figure it out. This already has a hole pre-drilled for this, so I just kind of figure out how it's gonna go there. Alright guys, this is a little update here. I ended up putting the whole brake system on. I did lines. I'm waiting on some braided material. It's like the same tubing I used on the Civic to just clean it up. But I routed these lines, used the OEM brackets here. I painted them last night. Got the caliper lines here. I wasn't sure where to run this line, so I just ran it kind of behind the steering shaft here and just molded it. I made my own brackets here because I couldn't find the ones that came with the car. I tried to look everywhere but couldn't find them. I did end up putting it on the ground. I put the old crusty Craigers on. They're dusty, but those will get cleaned up once I get the car outside and rolling. Yeah. How many papelas do you need? I want 18. I actually want 18. No, you don't. Oh, give me 2. All right, so more or less, I wanted to put it on the ground because I wanted to make sure that this was going to clear. I mean, I knew it was. I was just having a problem with it once it was on the ground. I also wanted to check the clearance on the steering rack here. There's not that much room, which kind of concerns me a little bit, but I think it should be fine. We'll only time's gonna tell on that. I kind of would rather these, instead of being here, I kind of would rather them up here rather than be up here. That would have gave me more of an angle or a straight angle, but that's not how it's designed. I looked on their website for the instructions and stuff, and it shows it on the bottom there. And given the fact that it's on the ground, if I were to move the tie rod from the bottom to here and change the position, it would be way too far up. The angle would be up. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I mean, there's clearance there. I'm just kind of worried about bumps or whatever, but hopefully it doesn't hit. This side actually has more clearance. I'm not sure, maybe it's because the tires are turning. Let me turn the tires a little bit. Give you guys a little bit of a inside look at this thing anyway. I got the rack in there, or the steering column, as you will. Let me get the steering wheel on here. Let me turn this thing. So this thing has to go. Yeah, see, it's got more clearance on the bottom, just like the other side did. So you should be fine. It's got about a finger space of clearance. Like I said, I would rather it be a little bit more, but it is what it is. I'm gonna end up raising the car. The car is like set like to base with the coilovers. It's like set real low. The car does look low, but it's gonna get raised up once I get the fenders and all that stuff, and I can kind of see where it sits. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like the angle that it's sitting right now. All right, so we're getting ready to install the engine into the engine bay for the first time.